As promised, we have Rose's wonderful sugar cookie dough, which today we're using for heart shape, but you could use for any sugar cookie at any time of year.
Exactly. So we're starting with all-purpose flour.
Now, you were telling me that you like to do your cookie dough in the food processor, so tell me.
It's so perfect because it's quick, and what's more, I like fine sugar for cookies. You know, sometimes cookies crack. It's because the sugar is too coarse.
Really? So are we going to zap this first?
Exactly. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to zap it with the lemon zest.
Oh,
because
get all the
way
oils.
we get the lemon zest not only
Lovely.
released, but the lemon zest will be fine too. So zap away.
Okay. This is a great idea.
Okay, and now we're going to add the butter, and that should be softened but still a little bit cool because remember the food processor heats things up. The great thing about cookies is that it's hard to do anything wrong. I mean, even if temperatures aren't exact, you just wait until they soften or wait until they chill. It's not like a pie crust. Yes, until all the sugar disappears into the butter.
And this is unsalted butter, of course.
Okay, and now
1 egg.
Yeah, because if you use salted butter, people are always saying, well, but you're adding salt. Salted butter contains a lot more salt than you'd ever want to be adding.
And also, it's also added as a preservative. It increases the shelf life, so it's older butter.
We have here the vanilla and the 1 egg, okay, and just zap it until it's mixed in. And now the flour.
That is very easy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, cookies, especially in a food processor, are child's play.
Should I scrape down at all? Or
no.
do you not do, don't even have to do that?
It's going to get integrated sooner or later.
Just until it comes together?
Yeah, it looks good enough because what we can do now is empty it out into a piece of plastic wrap and then just knead it to make it smooth because it has to chill in order to roll it out to make cookies. And of course, you can use this dough to make drop cookies. You don't have to do rolled cookies, but if you want to do pretty shapes, it's nicer to do the rolled cookie. Great.
Just have to do that with conviction, right? So it doesn't go all over?
Yep, conviction, not convection.
Now this is a great technique. So she's just using the plastic and coming in with her knuckles. So it's a gentle
yeah, and you can see
together.
Now it's totally smooth. And look from this side, just press it down because things chill faster when they're less thick.
And this would chill for an hour or
pie
two?
crusts were that easy. An hour, half hour, and not more than 3 because if it chills too long, it's a little hard to roll out.
This is one we did before.
Okay. And here we have one of the wonderful new silicone products called Silpat. It doesn't mean that nothing will stick to it. You still want to add a little flour, but you don't have to add nearly as much.
As much.
And I want it to be about 1/4 of an inch thick.
We didn't need the plastic or anything on the top, just that light dusting of flour.
Yeah, because it's a good formula. I mean, the egg helps to keep it together. Now, if it cracks a little bit and you put the plastic wrap and a little bit of pressure, it's the heat and the pressure that will make it really come together.
Brings it right together. There were some tiny cracks, and now it has none at all. Well, now we have a whole assortment, of course, of hearts, but we also have, look at these.
I love those love and kisses.
Loves and kisses.
Yeah.
So can I help? We can just do a little here and there.
Where are those offset spatulas? They're so useful for lifting things away. And I usually do it as close together as I can so that I don't have as many scraps as I would otherwise.
And the dough, it is really wonderful. It's just, everything is working quite well. There's no sticking.
And actually, if you want to make sure that it doesn't stick to the cutter, if you have a really elaborate cutter, you can use some of the Baker's Joy.
Oh, okay.
You can spray it right on because it's grease and flour. And this is just to show you, when you're doing dough that is raw, you can either bake it and decorate it, as we'll show some techniques with the baked cookie, or we can brush it with what I call edible tempera paint. And the amazing thing is that it gets brighter as it bakes. Most colors get duller. If you put sprinkles of sugar on, they would completely lose their color. But this is the old-fashioned technique used in painting many years ago, centuries ago, where you just take the egg yolk, which is why I put it in the shell.
Kids love this. This is great.
And then liquid food coloring. And we'll do a red heart. And you'll see now it's... Yeah, you have a choice of purple. I would say green for Valentine's Day might be a bit odd. And see how bright it is? Well, when it's baked, it will be shiny.
Mine ended up being a black heart. I didn't want to make a black heart. I guess
that would be the wrong message.
My anti-Valentine. I don't know. I don't know who's going to get this one, but watch out if I give it to you.
It's like the divorce cake. Okay, fine. We're ready.
So this is an example. At this point, we would bake them.
350 oven.
And then we have some. We do have some cookies that are baked. So
and there are so many things you can do with the baked ones. These are baked with a stick in the raw dough, so that it becomes a lollipop cookie.
Oh,
Isn't that
so
a great
cute? Very
concept?
much.
Now, in order to make sandwich cookies, when the dough is raw, you have to cut out 2 of the similar size, and then cut a smaller heart right in the center of one. Then spread. You could just spread some.
Now, do you like to spread on the bottom or the top? Do you think the bottom makes a flatter surface, or do you? Does that matter to you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
However you feel comfortable. I mean, you know how fanatic I am about so many things. It's nice.
I know. I figured she'd have a
Yeah, I knew you were thinking that.
I like to do it this way because I think
it matters because with cake, if you have crumbs in the bottom, it's going to lift into the frosting. But with the cookies, forgiving. That's the great thing about cookies. Nobody is intimidated by them.
And
so don't start.
Okay. I won't start with you.
And that will sandwich them together.
Pretty. So that's one
like a
idea.
Linzer cookie.
Yes.
Okay, then royal icing, which you can buy already made. But
Here
be
we
sure
have.
and always keep it covered with a wet, damp cloth.
Or it gets a crust.
Exactly. See?
Yes, it did get a tiny bit of a crust. So this is royal icing that we made, but as she said, you can even buy it in tubes. And for kids, I mean, that's really great when you can buy it in the tubes and then they can just decorate and you can have a party. And
of course, everybody would like to know, I'm sure, that royal icing is simply sugar and egg white. You could just sprinkle it with this pretty crystal sugar.
Pretty crystal sugars, and I think I might use some of these little silver dragées. And these come in silver and gold, and I've actually seen them in colors too. They come in pink and pale blue. Well, you get the
silver
idea.
And gold
we can
together
go all
is
the way
really
around.
elegant.
Well, we have some that are already done right here, and so we have this amazing assortment. So here we have the sandwich cookies that you showed us how to do, and here you can see the one that we baked. Like the tempera paint underneath, and this one also has the tempera underneath. And of course, these little sugar candies, you can find these in any cake decorating store.
Yeah, they're adorable.
They're really cute, and these are heart-shaped ones, and so they're always out for the season. And look at this, with one dough, we have this whole assortment. Kisses to you.
And hugs to you.
This has been great. We have our delicious chocolate cake, chocolate with chocolate and raspberries, and this great versatile cookie dough for Valentine's Day. But don't go away. We have a very special tabletop segment coming up. It's not going to be what you expect.